How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to take a look at this Optimus STA-795 digital synthesized AM/FM stereo receiver. This one came, like all this stuff, I bought it at the auction. Price was, I don't know what the price was. It's been so long since I bought this. I think I bought this last spring. So it's been sitting around. It was as dirty as you see it when I bought it. Maybe minus a few cobwebs or something on it. I don't know. But Optimus, I wasn't familiar with Optimus. Optimus Prime maybe, but not Optimus. I was kind of looking at that. Okay, Optimus STA-795, and I thought to myself, STA, that's another 3-digit model number on something else. Realistic. Let's see, in the early 90s, Realistic was changing to Optimus, a brand of speakers that they had launched and had out in the late 70s or in the 70s, but they were changing everything over to Optimus instead of Realistic. Why? I don't know. This is a 100-watt receiver, 50 watts a channel, and it's a 1992. And you can see these magnets were on here when I bought it. I just kind of left them on there for fun. Let's see, warm line. Wonder what warm lines is. Okay, eye care reminder for Harrison Hoeing ODS. I keep butchering this. Valero's Italian restaurant and pizzeria. I think this is in Edinburgh, PA. And we got Hanley's Corner Shop. Buy, sell used furniture and appliances, and that's down in Titusville. And Turover Consulting, and that's also down in Titusville. So no affiliations, and if they're still in business, they get a plug. But this is a pretty nice receiver. You know, we got our power, our headphones, A and B speakers, loudness, bass and treble, bass, treble, balance, loudness. Got a little digital display here for probably the radio, and we have our output meters and our LEDs or lights, probably in this case, indicating what source we are on. 18 memory presets. Now it says FM 1 and 2, and at least with my math, this is a 6 channel, or has 6 presets. And if you only have AFM 1 and AFM 2, 6 and 6 is 12. Unless it starts at just FM and then FM 1, FM 2. I don't know. We'll find out once we get it turned on. Memory set, FM mono, our tuning, down, up, and our search, deep to deep to deep. And our source, AM, FM, phono, TV auxiliary, CD auxiliary, and TV or tape monitoring. And our volume control. Let's see the back of this. It's pretty dirty. Looks like this has been sitting in a shed or something. Got a little bit of rust on our antenna connections, and the AM antenna is missing. Usually you have that composite post that either comes up, or probably this one was on an angle, like so. And we have all our RCA jacks for our sources and a ground for our turntable. Optimus STA-795. Model number 31-2101. Digital synthesized AM/FM stereo receiver. Custom manufactured in China for Radio Shack. Huh? If I would have read that, I would have found that out. A division of Tandy Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas, 76102. Then we have our speakers, left and right. A and B, A on the top, B on the bottom. And if you're just going to be running A, you can run, 8 ohm. Now, if you're going to be running A and B at the same time, a minimum of 16 amp is required to run A and B at the same time. Now, you can run 2 sets of 8 ohm speakers, but you could only run it on A or on B, and that's a minimum of 8 ohm. AC unswitched outlet. You can plug your turntable or cassette deck or whatever you want to in here, and when you turn the stereo off, it'll turn this off. Unswitched usually means that there's no switch on this on the front panel to turn that off, so it'll stay on as long as the stereo's on. You turn the stereo off and then it'll kill the power. That's just so you don't have 15 cords coming off of your stereo to, to a wall outlet. Most of the good components have an AC 120 on the back. Okay, now this is going to be the same as always. What we're normally going to do is we'll take the cover off, inspect the inside of it, make sure we don't have any big blowouts in the circuit board, burnt marks, or anything that's fried that might do something unexpectedly if we plug it in. This has a screen over the vents, so we don't have to worry about anything probably being dropped in there except for dirt and dust and what have you. But overall, pretty good shape. Just needs a good thorough cleaning. There's some slight, you see a slight bit of rust in the fins or in the vents out in that corner, and that's about it. So hopefully we didn't get water down inside of it there from wherever it was sitting. Yep, come on, focus up. What are you doing? Alright, so I'm going to get you set up, and we're going to take the cover off of it and take a peek on the inside and see what kind of wonders we can find on the inside. Okay, what do you say we get her unscrewed and take a look under her dress and see what we can see. We may not have to do anything to this except clean it up and have it ready. Now, a lot of this stuff I don't put on eBay, which I probably should be listing some of my stereo stuff and that on eBay as buy it now. I'm not a real big fan of buy it now on eBay. When I started on there in '99, everything was auction. But that's for another time. We'll talk about that maybe on coffee break. But this is pretty. Sides are pretty sprung. I'm kind of thinking maybe somebody has already knocked everything over. Somebody has already been in it. Maybe it doesn't work. But who knows? Come on, there. Got one in the middle. There we go. See how That's just, I think that's just a gasket. That's kind of goofy looking, but it's either somebody has been in it, you know, bent them open to get that open, or it's just from heavy stuff sitting on top of it. You got some hair. Get you down and we'll take a peek in here. Ooh. Newer ones are pretty simple anymore. You know, they can do a lot with a circuit board instead of, you know, tubes and big mountains of capacitors and all that stuff. All the newer stuff's pretty compact. They were using a nice big transformer at the time, which is good. I'd rather see a transformer than a bunch of caps and voltage regulators and all that other stuff, and bridge rectifiers. But the only problem is it makes them heavy. Got a couple fuses down in there that we'll test out, and we have one here for the main power. But I don't see anything obvious that looks like we shouldn't plug it in. You know, granted there's cobwebs in it, and I think that's pretty normal. We'll get that. Let's see, do I have my, yeah, let's see if we can't pick out some of the cobwebs out of it anyway before we plug it in. Pretty clean. I mean, 92 to now, what is it, 31 years. There's a big heat sink for our channels. It should have, you know, one chip for left and one chip for right. And it should be A and B, or B and A, or A and B, B and B, A, whatever. You know. But your channels always, you need a big heat sink for your channels, because those generate a lot of heat. When I was rebuilding and redoing amplifiers, car amplifiers, I mean, those amplifiers are made of, you know, all aluminum or zinc, whatever they're using at that time. And normally when you have a dead channel, it's usually one of your channel chip. You know, just a big, I think it's just a big gate. I don't know, somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. Big gate and switch or whatever, I don't know. All I know is how to test them, and if they're bad I can change them. I don't know characteristics of a lot of stuff and how a lot of stuff works. I just know how to test components to find bad components and replace them. And that's all I do. Some of the troubleshooting I can do, but there's a lot of really intricate troubleshooting that I'm starting to get into more and more and learn a little bit more of. Here we have a little adjustment potentiometer there and one up there. They're not labeled as to what they're for. Like on that one, that little mini cassette player, like a Walkman. They actually had motor speed and everything. You know, every one of your potentiometers was labeled on the circuit board as to what they were for, and which makes life a lot easier. There are a couple little red ones in here too, there and there. And I think these ones would be frequency adjustments. Not sure. Just going by some of the stuff that I know a little bit about. Okay, I'm going to get a set of speakers, and we're going to get this hooked up and plugged in and see what happens. Hopefully, if it works, probably going to be a short little video. Let's find out. Okay, got us a couple of speakers. Those are Fisher WB-460. Oops, sorry about that. I think it's S. 460S. We'll find. Let me get this going first. We'll hook them up to A at first. Let's see, this one. Yeah, we got one with a white line. We'll use the white line as our negatory, and the plain as our suppository. And it doesn't matter left or right, because they're going to be standing up over there. Let's see. White line, white line. There's white line. Negatory and suppository. We'll get these spun around. There you go. 460B. These are nice little speakers. Same thing, I picked them up at the auction. They came with two big towers. The towers are out in the warehouse right at the moment, because I don't need them in here right now. I haven't decided what to do with all of these yet, whether to take them down and sell them, or put a nice stereo system in over at the arcade. Still like to make room for a jukebox over there, which I probably still will at some point. Let's see. Power's off. I might not pick up anything if it does work on FM, because living down here in Bedrock, you have to have a pretty good antenna to pick up anything. Okay, can I get you? Can you see that, kinda? Yeah. Had a little bit of life. Let's see. It's on channel. Kind of slow to respond. And that's our local. That's okay. Yeah, it can't go up. It can go down. It can't. Oops. Okay, so the radio works. Kinda. Our search up. That won't. Search up doesn't work. That'll be fun. Hopefully it's just dirty board. Dirty board. Down works good. Let's Yep. Balance. Both sides, both channels are working. Loudness is on. Okay, we need to... I think first what we should do is see if we can't figure out what is going on with our up on our tuning. Like I said, it tunes down fine. Search doesn't work either. Presets. 6 doesn't work. Neither does 3, 2. 1, 3, and 6 do not work. Now 2 doesn't, yeah, 2's already on there. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 if you wiggle it around, 4, 5, no 6. So that whole panel, all these little micros need worked on. AM, phono, it shuts everything down. Let's see, okay. Turntable, the light's on. TV auxiliary, CD auxiliary, and tape monitoring all come on. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can't take this front panel off and see if we can't figure out what the hell is going on in here. See if maybe we got just some dirty switches, or if we need to change out some switches. So I am going to shut you down for a minute while I go get my hands warm, and then we'll get the front panel off of this and see what we can come up with. Okay, got her unplugged and got the speakers unhooked and moved out of the way, so we have a little bit of room here to work. It looks like there's going to be 2 screws on the top, and then I think there's going to be 3 on the bottom, and I'm sure these are going to have to come off. Nope, maybe not. Nope, I don't think we're going to have to take our knobs off. Well, I do see that one of our felt feet are missing. That one right there. Yep. One there, or rubber, whatever they are. And hopefully there's enough wire that we can pull this panel away and get to the back of it. No, we are. Those, I think these are balanced. Let's put all 3 of them in the middle. Yeah, it looks like our 3 little knobs, knobs, are going to have to come off. And they probably have never been off since it was made. It's a plastic D. That one came off easy enough. And so did that one. still hung up on something down on this end. It looks almost nope, not the headphone jack. Those should just pull right through. And the power is staying put. Aha. Why didn't you tell me? There's 4 screws on the bottom. Pretty snug. All of those are pretty snug. Which one is giving us the most trouble? That one's okay. That doesn't plug in, does it? Oh man, that's going to make life even easier. Those all looked like they were soldered. Got some old hot glue. That one, that's soldered. That's this big one here. But does that give us enough rope? Let's see, that one little one here, I think. Yep, that one will come off. And it looks like this little one here will come up out. See our gray. The gray's got a big goober of hot glue on the end of it. Down in here. That won't come up out. Let's see if we can work around that. Kind of flip that around so it gives us a little more rope. And yep. Looks like we got to take off this whole panel. About the only thing kind of really holding it up from taking it off completely is this gray wire, which is hot glued down, and it's glued to a couple of capacitors, and I really don't want to force that. We got enough rope here, but if we could remove the volume. We could take this completely off. But for our purposes right now, I don't think we really need to. I think we just need to get to our switches. There. That's the LCD. Got all of them off of there. And that'll come up. And that will come up. we... Oh, this... What board is that? I'm not sure. But this... There we go. Okay, there's all of our switches. They're all marked too. Okay. Okay, I got that one. I think it was all glued down, but I got it separated. The glue's hard enough that it's coming off pretty easy. I think the first thing we will do before I make any other decisions is we're going to put some contact cleaner, see if we can't get in these a little bit, and maybe we can clean them. I found them. I can get them. I thought I had some, but mine I have are 2-leg, and these are 4-leg. And the one that we're really after is this one right there. And the rest of them seemed like they were working okay, except for up top here. A lot of this older stuff, this is all that needs to be done, is just switches cleaned. But this is where we're going to start anyway. I don't know how much, you know, you can actually get in them. They're pretty sealed up. Okay, just going to be a whole lot of that, and then getting it dried off and blowed out, and then we can get it together enough to test our little switches. Cleans the bench pretty good too. Okay, we got that, got them all cleaned up. Now let's see if they're gonna work, or if we're gonna have to. Let's see, it goes like so, right? Okay. Nope. We need our buttons. Okay, battery died. I don't think we can just get this set in there, you know, and let it hang. I think we're going to have to put it together to test it. Now, what are we doing? We need to hook up some speakers. You've seen the speakers I had hooked up, so excuse me for a minute. Get them hooked up right. Now, Okay, let's get her plugged in and see if we fixed it or broke it some more. Okay, gotta sneak in. Oop. Sneak in and turn it on. Oh, we need, I think, A, right? Okay, what's going on? I don't have any volume. No output. Okay, I think I got it. Yep, I had. Okay, down. Okay, can we go back up? Yep. Went up once. There it goes. No signal. Oh, let's see, can we? That's AM. Channel 4, channel 5. Six is still. Still something going on. I got all of my wires hooked back up. Oh, no wonder. Why didn't you tell me? I had it on tape monitoring. Down, up. Okay, I still need to play around a little bit more. I got our, see, our up search is working, or tuning. Down, back up. Number 6. All right, I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more and see if I can find some other thing, something that's going on here. Like our number 6 isn't working on our preset channels or our memory presets. Okay, so far everything's working. And we can down, up. Okay, now I need to finish getting this front panel all put back together so I can get it snapped into place, and then we can maybe put its skirt back on it, and she'll be up and running, and then we can test out some other functions like the maybe we'll hook up a turntable, or I'm not going to hook up a TV to it. I don't feel like doing that. But we can, to tape monitor, whatever, we can hook up some other stuff and make sure all of our other, yeah, sources are working. So I'm going to get this put back together, and then we can work on something else on this. Maybe do some more testing. Okay, we got her all cleaned up. I'm ready to go as far as that goes, but now we need to test the source. I have the turntable, my Panasonic turntable hooked up to it, and I'm trying to decide what should I put on. Do we want to listen to some Frampton, some old Teddy, Sweaty Teddy? Let's see, how about some Johnny Horton? I got a good Johnny Horton album here. No? Chicago. No? No one Chicago? What else do I have here? Chicago, Chicago. I got a lot of Chicago. America. Hideaway. What's on the America? Let's see. She's Beside Me. Letter. Watership Down. Hideaway. Part 1. Who Loves You. Amber Cascades. She's a Liar. Can't You See? Don't let it come. Don't let it bring you back. There. Nothing there. I didn't hear anything. Did you? Aha. I know what we're gonna. I found the perfect album to listen to. Can you guess what it is? I know some of you know what album that is. Oops, I better cover that up. We don't want to get in trouble for child porn or anything. That's right. We're going to get the lead out. Let's see, side 1, side 2. Yeah. Alright, let's see what she does. Sounds like it's going to work. Myself, I just have to let you hear this.
41, the war hit us. Out of the cold and foggy night came the British ship, the Hood. And if I ran 15 miles away, we gotta sink the Bismarck. Wasn't the German battleship that's making such a fuss? We gotta sink the Bismarck, spin those guns around. When we find the Bismarck, we gotta cut her down.
Okay, folks, so that's our Optimus STA-795. All of our buttons are working. Preset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that should be same thing. And I figured out, at first I thought our search wasn't working, you know, where you can search for different channels. Well, on this one, if you push the search button and then push up, then it searches. Hit your search button again and it stops. And if you want to search down, you can search down and just press your search button when you find where you want to be. Now, everything else is working on it. I went through and, like I said, we hooked up my Panasonic turntable. We got it running. I couldn't bring, you know, the newer units are a little smaller, so you can't set a turntable up on them like, you know, like my realistic is big enough where you put a turntable on top of it. This one is more of a kind of a compartment, or whatever you want to call it, you know, where you can stack some on it, like your cassette deck or equalizer, but you have to have a separate shelf or area for your turntable. You can't put your turntable on top of it and play it that way. The turntable has to be separate. But we got her all cleaned up. Everything's working on it now. So she's ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And don't forget about my Amazon link. If you buy anything from Amazon, if you click on my link and go to Amazon and search whatever you're looking for and buy something, I get a small tip for sending you there, and it helps out the channel. And you want to know what else helps out the channel? Hit that like button. That doesn't cost you anything. You can hit that like button for free. So I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, see ya.